No. Hello, and welcome back to Zero Interest, I say.
It makes me uncomfortable that you managed to get the timing down for that, but you can hear the key presses, so it makes sense. It's fine. So, Zero Interest, season 2, episode 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever this episode is called.
Field trip.
That's the one. So. Yeah. That wasn't a gesture of do your hair. That was a gesture of stop talking.
I was getting ready. Okay. So, we start and, hey, Ozpin and Glenda and Tin Man, they're all like, stuff happened, bad things happened. We need to deal with that somehow. And then RWBY shows up and she's like, hey, sorry I'm late. Somebody might have pushed all the buttons on the elevator. It probably wasn't me. And then she gives her report on, I tried to catch her, but then she used glass. It doesn't seem like her semblance. She was glowing red. She didn't say anything, but she also mentioned that she has a base in the southeast.
I don't know. She was wearing a mask, and she never said anything to me. Actually, I think I remember her saying something about a hideout or something in the southeast, just outside the kingdom.
Interesting.
Glenda's like, wait, you said she didn't say anything. It's like, no. Okay, well, I gotta go now. Bye. Basically.
Kind of. It was Ozpin that was covering for her, actually, for the inconsistency, but yeah.
And, big old Iron Woody over there is saying, we should just do military might and just charge into this base that this one girl told us about, instead of sending scouts. And Glenda's like, this isn't a dick measuring contest. Well, she says it in a different order, gets cut off on the dick part, but whatever. And Austin's like, well, you send scouts first. That's how the military works. And, I was like, I've been following you faithfully all this time. Blah, 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 blah.
I love how you're butchering this conversation, but more or less,
I'm butchering
kind of.
Like if you're watching this and you didn't see the episode, I'm wondering why you didn't see the episode more so.
You're basically just completely changing the tone of every single character. So whatever.
Hey, look, it was a serious conversation, and it's supposed to be serious, and I'm trying to make it entertaining, okay? But no, they were
mixed success. Anyway, so
they were all talking about stuff, and we need to deal with this. And RWBY goes back, and she's like, "Hey guys, I think it worked. I think they're gonna go check out that base we found out about." And then they get something in the mail from her dad.
Dad sent it to us. I thought we could open it together.
And it's a dog.
Yeah.
I love the ridiculousness of it.
His name's Y. And
you mailed the dog.
Is very fond of him.
And so RWBY freaks out. She's like, "Why?" And Vice is at first she's like doing the high strung thing where she's like, "Are you telling me that this dog is going to be living with us forever?" And then she just the whole like, "Oh, it's so cute." Weiss continues to surprise me with how great of a character she can be. Meanwhile, Blake's in the background, being very afraid of this dog.
Oh, he does stuff like this all the time.
Your father or your dog?
Oh, this is adorable.
Please keep it away from my belongings.
Yeah. And just on the second bunk, just magically just runs, yeah, I'm up here now. I'm not coming down. Not with that dog down there. And they open up the second letter they got, and it's all the dog food. And really, I wonder how he fit all that into one package. But, it's anime logic, so cartoon logic more so.
It's the first anime logic and cartoony physics that we've seen since, like episode 2.
Yeah. And it's used for greater effect. It's actually funny. And I don't mind it. Because for all I know, there's some sort of magic or something that could do that. I don't know. It's explainable if you tilt your head sideways and squint a little. So then we go and Ozpin's giving a speech. We switch over to everybody's in the auditorium and Ozpin's giving a speech.
Today we stand together, united. Mistral, Atlas, Vacuo, Vale. The 4 kingdoms of Remnant. On this day, nearly 80 years ago, the largest war in recorded history came to an end.
And he's like, hey, war's bad. And on this day, a long time ago, there was a war. We fought over stuff and culture and ideas and stuff. And, some people were named after colors because of that. And cultural things. Yeah.
I think you might be getting tired. This is the third one we've done of these, by the way, today. I'm thinking you might be getting tired because you just stopped actually using full sentences and just replaced half of your words with stuff and things. So...
I need your help with this, man.
Do you want
you
me to
can't
help
just
out?
sit there and make faces. Yes.
Okay,
please.
I can help out. I'm cringing further and further into my seat just listening to you butcher these lines. So he's talking about the Great War that I've mentioned in previous episodes, where it was 2 kingdoms versus another 2 kingdoms, and there was a conflict over whether they should suppress individualism and creativity and self-expression because the Grimm were attracted to certain emotions, negative emotions, that can be, let's say, inflamed, because I can't think of a better word at the moment, by creativity and art. So basically the idea was, let's stop all that and get rid of it, and everything will be great and we won't attract Grimm anymore. It didn't work out particularly well. Worth noting that all these places are called kingdoms when every single one of them is run by a council. That is because they stopped having a monarchy because of this Great War. It was the, royals or nobility that were basically instigating this whole thing happening.
Yeah.
And they were given the boot because this was a stupid idea, and we have councils now instead. So you have the 4 schools just there in the auditorium. Apparently, all of them will be getting missions, even the ones from different schools, and you get the 4 different... you get a view of what all the 4 different schools are like just based on the outfits that they have. Like, you have... Beacon is very... looks kind of like a private school. Just a generic private school uniform. And you have Atlas that is very deliberately straight-laced because it's a military institution more than it is a school. Yeah. You have Vacuo that are very much the casual, we don't care how you look as long as you do what you do and you do it well.
I'd go to Vacuo. That seems like a fun place.
Vacuo is a desert that is miserable for a multitude of reasons. We'll get to that when we
fun place.
Yeah, so basically, Ozpin's speech is because it's part of the Vital Festival. That's why all the 4 schools are gathered together. And everyone's getting missions today. And he says, even though the first years, they should expect to be in dangerous situations, and they need to understand that, they have to take care of themselves, and understand that they need to follow the instructions of their accompanying huntsman or huntress, and learn from them, basically.
Yeah. Follow them, follow their lead, and get smart, get good.
Yeah, basically.
Pick your mission. Okay, guys, go. And so Team Ruby's like, yeah, we need to go to the southeast because we need to find out where this whole base is, and we need to deal with that. We can sneak off at night when our huntsman isn't looking.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that sounds like that. And so they search for a mission. Like, here, this is perfect. Search and destroy. It's in the right area. All we have to do is kill things. There we go. And they're like, oh, no, we can't because we're first year, so we can't take this. It's too dangerous. And Osmond shows up, and he's like, well...
Unfortunately, we determined that the concentration of Grimm was too extreme for first-year students. It seems that particular region is rather popular. In fact, I have the sneaking suspicion that the 4 of you will make your way there no matter which job you choose.
I have a feeling that even if you don't get that mission, you're going to go there anyways, break the rules, and get in trouble.
And do it without us knowing where you are or how to find you. So, let's do it legitimately, and bend the rules a little bit, so that we can send you on this mission with a huntsman. It's specifically mentioned it's going to be a huntsman guide.
With a huntsman.
Who will keep you safe.
Yeah.
If you're going to do this, I don't really have much ability to stop you because you're just going to break the rules anyway. I can't stop you without stopping you from doing anything. So, let's do this. Be careful. Listen to his orders. And he has the authority to bring you back if you aren't up to the task. So, basically, translated, don't screw this up. I am trusting you with this.
And typically with the teacher or the academy principal leader, whatever, you don't get this. And so I really appreciate it, of the awareness of Ozpin of this is bad things are going to happen if I don't at least do this for you, and I'm going to trust you with this. Because they've earned, I think, a decent amount of trust with...
They've earned a certain amount of leeway, but there is also the implication that he is being a little bit callous, because he basically specifically says to Ironwood and Goodwitch that he's going to do this.
Yeah.
Who do you first send in, the flag bearer or the scouts? Team RWBY is a first-year team just going on their first mission for the academy, so, they're not that much of a threat, right? If they happen to stumble upon something significant.
Yeah. Oops. Well, hey, there's something there. I guess we should send in the cavalry.
Basically.
Boy, I'm I didn't really like Ozpin in the first season because I thought, okay, he's got something planned. He's got something. He's secretly evil or whatever. But there's been moments and there's been lots of things where I'm like, you know what? I like Ozpin now.
I like his character a great deal because you get the impression that he is the chess master, which he is. He very, very much is.
He is a chess master, but he's not a chess master that's working against them, I feel like.
Yeah. He's very much Dumbledorian in his methods. He doesn't... He does sometimes, but very, very rarely is it that he will give an order. He will suggest, he will advise, but he won't tell you outright that you should do something. He'll try and convince you that maybe this is the right course of action.
Yeah. And he's like the chess master that's on their side, and that's something I really like. And he's also there's that one moment where he was just kind of more caring towards Blake.
Yeah.
Where
that one scene
we're
at the
like,
police station, yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, he actually does care about these students and their well-being and the people as a whole.
He cares about
But
them, but he is well aware that there is a greater game at play.
Yeah.
And he knows he has to make sacrifices every now and again. He tries to avoid it, like with what's going on in this episode. He knows they're going to do it anyway, so he tries to make it legitimate, give them some protection. But he knows they're going to do it anyway, and it helps his purposes that they're going to do it, so...
Yeah. And there's a chance, bad things might happen. Just trying to reduce risk is more so what he's trying to do, I guess.
Yeah. Considering what this setting is like, and that the Grimm are very much a basically universal threat, he is very, very used to making these kinds of decisions.
He's very well adapted for the setting.
Which makes sense. Knowing what I do now, I can see a lot of that, and it makes sense. But at the time when this episode was airing, you know what I mean, we didn't see... There was not a lot of effort made to make the Grimm seem like a viable threat. Because anytime they showed up, they get ruffle-stomped by any cast member. So... it's probably not a spoiler that at some point the Grimm are a significant fucking threat.
No, I expected as much. Yeah. Like, the Grimm have to be the end game.
It does happen eventually. And, yeah, you get the impression that Ozpin will have had to be the callous leader who will make the hard choices. Because
if he doesn't, who will?
Because there isn't always a third option, and you can just make everything be okay. This is not that kind of setting.
He's a good character.
In hindsight, it's very, very good. This whole thing.
He is a good character. And that's what I like. One of the things I'm most attracted to in a story, not like actually attracted.
I thought you were going to talk about Ozpin some more.
No. One of the things I most like to see in a story that really draws me in and immerses me is when you have good characters. And I mentioned, the first season I dropped off like episode 6 because there wasn't much, or episode 7 even, because there wasn't much in the way of characterization, character development, and it was really short. But for me, it was coming out weekly back when I was watching it. Yeah. This second season is doing a very good job so far of further expanding upon the characters and making them just all around better. Like there's some spots where it's like, yeah, Jean kind of needs something more. He needs a backstory. And there's some things where it's like, Ruby's not getting her development until much later from what you've told me. But like she's still a solid character right now. So I am enjoying it.
We haven't finished talking about the episode and doing the
summary,
but
I'm moving on.
We went on a very relevant, but still very much a sidetrack.
There's not too much left to this episode other than the best girl shows up.
Yeah.
I did not recognize her at first because model change, pretty drastic model change, and costume change.
They did a contest for the audience to design her combat attire, and that was the winner. So
the British bunny girl comes back, and I get her name now, and it's Velvet.
Yes, it is.
Velvet? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I had Yatsuhashi to look out for me.
And I'm guessing I'm going to have to guess who she's supposed to be.
You better.
Velveteen Rabbit.
Shocker. Well done.
That one was simple.
No kidding.
Not like... It's not like freaking Tortwick.
That wasn't that bad.
It was. I didn't even know who he was, or Peter the
It was
Wolf.
kind of bad. It would have been more likely for you to guess fucking Alex from Clockwork Orange, since that's kind of what the outfit is designed based on. But still,
Like, hey, I've been on a pretty good streak so far. I think I've got a good amount of guesses in
you've got a few.
that have worked, like Penny and Ironwood and Cinder, which was
You didn't
pretty
get
obvious.
Cinder.
Yeah,
You
you
very
said
much
Cinder.
I had to tell you. I
I
had to
thought
look
I'd
it up,
guess.
so it was that obscure that I didn't know it either.
In my mind, I guessed.
You really didn't. Though, in fairness,
So we have
if I had
Velvet.
left it until the previous episode, you might have got it. Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. You'd have had a better chance.
I think I would have gotten it.
An oblique reference to Midnight and the fact that she uses glass. In fact, I told you she used glass.
I said, I think I was the one who said she uses fire, and it's like it was Cinderella, and she probably makes fire is used to make glass. And you're like, yeah, her power is glass.
And then you didn't get it. So,
I did guess it. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm gonna have to look back when that episode comes out, 'cause I'm pretty sure I said Cinderella. Her name's Cinder. Guess what it is? It's Cinderella. You're
I
like,
don't
well,
think you got it. But
I think I did.
And then the comments can yell at me. That guy that's commented on pretty much all of these videos can yell at me and say I'm a butt. I think his name was Knight something. I think he's got numbers in his name, and those are always hard to remember.
Anyways, they talk to Velvet, and she's pretty waifu and kawaii. And
She's also suddenly a second year. I did mention there was a retcon that happened in this episode.
oh, is that
She's
what it
now
was?
second year. So she got picked on some scrub first years in the first season, somehow. Carden and his team. Where the fuck was her team, by the way? And also, she was apparently, held back for the history class because she was in their classroom with all the first years.
Well, whatever. It's fine. It's such a minor retcon that it doesn't really affect the main story. So it doesn't bother me that much. And so, yeah, we're not gonna back down. We got this, girls. Team RWBY says, and then they go, and their instructor is Speedy Gonzalez himself.
Bartholomew Oobleck.
Who's ready to fight for their lives?
I'm not going to ask you to guess who he is.
Good, because I have no idea who that is.
Because I don't know either.
Right. I don't want to look it up because I'll find every single RWBY spoiler there is.
You would, yes. I'll look it up after.
Like,
That's pretty much the end of the
I
episode.
was cautious just trying to look up some of the lyrics for some of the songs so I could have clarity. Yeah.
It's not
I
worth
probably
it.
shouldn't
It's
have
not
done
worth
that.
it. It's not worth it. Clarity, sure. Just listen to the songs, though. Figure it out.
I know, but Red Like Roses has parts where it's like the distortion is making it really hard to understand what she's saying.
Anyway, off track again. So, that's pretty much the end of the
that's
episode.
basically, yeah. We may have gone off track a bit several times,
Necessary
but I've
ones.
given my thoughts so far. If I'm not going to repeat anything, basically, it's going good. You still got me interested. Still going to keep watching.
Yay.
Yay! I
Also,
have a
I
pencil.
totally understand why you're attracted to Ozpin. He has great hair.
I said
It's a
attracted
nice
to the
color.
story.
It's a nice color, his hair. It's great.
Gosh. I said what attracts me to the story is characters, not like I was attracted to Oz, but gosh. The only one for me is now named Velvet.
He has good hair.
I don't understand. The hair shading is just weird when it's like little tendrils coming out of your head. Is what it looks like.
Yeah, my head does that at clumps sometimes. It's a weird length, so it's just sort of not quite long enough for me to part it properly. Shit.
I'm talking about Osmond's hair.
Oh, right, okay. His too. He does the same thing, to be honest. So
Like just with how the shading is and everything, it just looks weird, and it probably is going to still look weird until like season 3 or 4, where they update all the models again or something. Because I feel like they're going to keep doing that until it becomes a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing.
yeah, so that's this episode, whatever it was called. Don't care. Field trip, probably something like that. Anyway,
It's called Field Trip. Yes.
thanks for watching. We'll be back with more whenever the next one comes out. Soon.
Yeah. Bye.
I'm not getting any better at this.